10 a.m. That said, Grace has done more ass-kicking so far than Gabriel. Like, did we hook up last night? Where'd that vampire go? Tidy whities. Oh, those are mine. He's like, do I need to talk to Grace about what happened last night?
So you're up.
Yeah, kinda inevitable.
Hopefully. Are we gonna talk about what happened?
So, did you have breakfast?
No, but I think I'll go down. I mean, while you shower and all that. I'll just get out of your hair.
Hello?
So.
Hair.
Hello?
Glorious hair.
Did somebody die?
Hey, Mose.
Yeah, hi. What's up?
Does anyone else hear Twilight Zone music, or is it just me?
Those two guys died yesterday. Don't be insensitive.
What's this?
Oh, yeah, I was gonna ask you about that.
I wrote a
Where'd you find it?
screenplay.
Our friend Larry Chester buried it last night. Or should I say, Larry Sinclair.
Sinclair, huh? Son of a bitch.
It's about the Stewart bloodline.
Did you read it then?
I just skimmed it. I've been working on the treasure map.
Well, would you mind reading it? I've got to figure out why Sinclair lied and why he felt compelled to play Jolly Roger last night.
Say, I'll read it, you know, if you're busy with the map, that is.
Great, will do it. Why the hell are you so interested anyway?
Just trying to be helpful. Jeez, fine. I'll just go.
Wait. Grace, I'll grab a shower later, so, you know, the room's all yours.
It's too awkward.
Get
Whoa.
a grip, Knight.
It's so awkward. We can't even be in the same room after what happened last night.
Christ, you retard. This better
Whoa.
not doubt what I think it's about.
All right, Mosley.
Oh, shit. I'm going to my room. Come by later if you want to talk about it.
Hey, there's, what's her name? I forget what the maid's name was. Why are they both going in that room? What are they gonna find? What? Let's listen in.
Oh, I tell you, Jean, I feel it. Something is wrong.
Perhaps Monsieur Wilkes spends the night with another guest.
No, I have already cleaned Mademoiselle Butan's room, and where else could he have been? The American girl stays with her boss. As for the Lady Howard and Estelle...
Enough, Roxanne! Lock the door and touch nothing. We shall see if Monsieur Wilkes returns.
Oui, Jean.
Oui, Monsieur Knight?
I noticed y'all coming in here. Is Mr. Wilkes okay?
Oh, I hope so.
Shh! Everything is fine, Monsieur. Not to worry your head. Roxanne here, she's only a little bit cautious.
Oh, oui. I'm sure everything is fine.
Come. We will leave the room for Monsieur Wilkes' return. Roxanne, back to work. And Monsieur, thank you for the so kindly made offer of assistance.
Hey, no prob.
Maybe Wilkes died of embarrassment after trying to put that move on Grace and getting laid out. What is in that supply closet? Still got my trusty glass. This is Spookelli's room, correct?
Oh, he's in there, all right. I don't think anybody's in there.
She's still in here?
Excuse me, Roxanne.
Finally!
Monsieur Knight, do you need something?
Looks like a Max Payne apartment. A kiss? Flirt? Oh, come on, Gabe.
About Mr. Wilkes, you know something? I've learned to trust a woman's instincts.
You have?
Sure. So, what got you upset this morning?
Oh, monsieur, I am very afraid for Mr. Wilkes. This morning his window, it is wide open, and things in his room, they are not right. Usually, I find his nightclothes on the floor, yes? But this morning, there is no sign of them, and his razor and toothbrush, they have not been used. It is as if he never got up this morning. Yet,
Wait,
he is
he has
not
bad
there.
hygiene.
Gee, that sounds bad. Why don't you let me take a look?
I don't know.
Roxanne, this could be serious. Mr. Wilkes would want us to make sure he's not in any trouble.
I agree. That is why I go to Jean. But he thinks I have the big, imagination.
Personally, I've learned never to underestimate a woman.
Monsieur.
I didn't
All
click
right,
flirt.
I will show you. Follow me. Please, Monsieur Knight, if Monsieur Wilkes returns, do not tell him I let you in, yes?
I won't. Thanks.
I'm wearing my night clothes right now. I want to say that earlier, but because you see, I'm always wearing my night clothes. Whoa. It's like when you look out a window in Conqueror 1086. Something up with the perspective is. Alright. Let's see.
Nothing in there but dirty laundry.
I don't think anyone in this hotel uses their closets.
Wilkes' stuff is still here.
Not seeing any hints. No signs.
Hey, that looks just like the one in our room. There must have been a sale.
Doesn't occur to you to check it?
Now there's a subject matter you just don't see enough of in fine art. The springs are a bit overworked, but other than that... I got some in my room. Not right now, thanks.
Alright. I see nothing. This locked?
I doubt the dumb waiter factors into this. You have to be pretty desperate and limber to get in that way. I don't see any signs of forced entry on the window. It's wide open, all right. Creepy. It reminds me of my dream.
Oh, vampire.
I'd better leave it.
And he didn't have a Schattenjager to protect him, like Grace
I better
did.
close everything in case someone comes in.
Hopefully we didn't miss anything.
Get in here.
Oh,
listening.
God. Are we going to talk about Grace?
The Moose guy doesn't look very happy with me. Then again, I've had more admirable moments.
Yeah.
Well, I really did it this time.
I knew it. You did, didn't you? Did you?
Yeah.
Christ.
Ah, come on. How about some support here?
So what happened anyway? When she left here last night, she didn't want anything to do with you.
Well, it was...
Pheromone.
Right. You're the only guy I know who could accidentally end up in bed with the most beautiful woman for 50 miles.
What about Madeline?
What about Madeline? She's. You know, you got kind of a reverse rose-colored glasses thing going on. Must be your fear of commitment affecting your optical nerves.
Uh-huh.
Grace is beautiful. She's nice. She's smart. She's funny. You ought to have your head examined. And besides which, I ought to break your neck for hurting her feelings. Did you get a look at her face this morning?
No, knock it off. I feel bad enough. I just don't know how to act. I mean, God, she's like my sister or something.
Aw. Well, I suppose you could try to talk to her about your feelings, get it all out in the open.
Yeah. We both scratch our face.
Nah.
Nah.
I'll tell you what. Just pretend it never happened.
Oh.
What?
Really? Just act like nothing happened. Try it.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see how that plays. See, I got this temporary Schottenjäger-induced memory loss. And yeah. That's your big advice. Just pretend it
I
didn't
can't
happen.
think of anything to talk to Mose about at the moment.
That's awesome. I love this little side plot. You know, we have vampires running about and letting the blood out of unicorns and stuff. In our dreams, at least. Bodies turning up, kids being kidnapped, Holy Grail and all that. But yeah, Gabriel finally slept with Grace. Now let's try talking about it. I bet he won't go back in.
I wouldn't want to break her concentration.
What do you think of her, though? Take a good look at her.
She looks really busy reading that manuscript.
Yeah.
Have you
What's up
seen
with the
Wilkes
Wilkes?
yet, John?
No, monsieur. Have you?
No.
Oh, I'm sure he'll be popping it up any time now.
What if Jean is the killer? Are you a vampire, Jean?
Have you noticed anything peculiar going on with the guests?
Besides the Mademoiselle Butin, the guests are all of the foreign persuasion. Peculiar is not a word Jean allows himself, compris?
All right. Maybe some coffee before I get on my bike. I always miss breakfast. All right. Drank my vampire coffee. Let's head on out. All right, she's close by.
I'll go get the Harley.
Yeah. Where to? Gonna find Wilkes' corpse on the, Satan's chair or whatever it is. I don't know, the devil's armchair. There she is. Alright, have I got my shovel? Gonna dig where this blood is. What if this is where we should...
Those don't...
Okay, then. Never mind. L'Homme Mort. Do we need to... Oh, is his bike checked out, by the way? I don't even like... Where was that one spot that he always went to? L'Homme Mort, the dead man. Literally? Literally the dead man? Maybe he just went back to set up his little device over here, right? No. He is not around.
No thanks. The last time I went poking around in a cave, I ended up with hair on my palms.
Yeah, it was a good game. Got any ideas? He never has any. They're like, Gabriel's stuff is simpler. You don't need hints for Gabriel's part of the game. And we're back at the dead man.
That's a big old Wilkes-size footprint.
Oh, there we go. Bet these are... Whoa!
Wilkes.
Holy. Yeah. Same kind of death, too.
Poor bastard.
Grace must have hit him really hard.
It's from Wilkes to his publisher. He must have been worried about someone seeing it, so he took it to bed with him. Apparently he was right to be paranoid.
Huh.
They must have pulled him from his room last night, but no one heard a thing. How do they do that? And why Wilkes?
Because he didn't have anyone protecting him. There's got to be a blood pool around here. Alright. Oh, that screws up the camera. Yeah. Except this does kind of give me a nice aerial shot where there might be some blood. Man, can we like... There we go. Oh, there it is. Hard to miss that.
I'd rather not, thanks. I'd rather not.
What?
Either the Red Cross had an accident here, or I found Wilkes' missing blood. It's the letter I found in Wilkes' pocket.
Can you read it to me?
Looks like Wilkes might have been onto something after all. I wonder if that's what made him a target. Then again, maybe he just stumbled into the wrong neck of the woods. It's the letter I've...
See some footprints.
Knee indentations.
Oh, knee
Just like at
indentations.
the armchair. God. I'd rather... It's Wilkes' blood. They held Wilkes here while they drained his blood. He wasn't exactly small either.
Huh. Well, where the heck did I park now? Corpse got me all turned around.
I have to go back.
Yeah, seriously, where did I park? Nope. Sorry, Wilkie. For more reasons than one. go. It's weird navigating without the bike. Alright. What else are we gonna check while we're around here? Not too far.
I have nothing to say to you.
Oh, I think you do, Mr. Sinclair.
I know your real name.
Perhaps you had better come in. I've learned that you were, in fact, hired by Prince James.
Good.
But that doesn't excuse your prying into my affairs. You've destroyed my cover.
See now, that's the problem with secrets and lies. It's impossible to tell which ones might be relevant until you dig them up and take a good whiff.
That's between you and Prince James. But I can tell you that you're treading on thin ice. This is a delicate situation. You might find yourself in very hot water indeed.
I'm getting confused. Am I supposed to watch out for thin ice or hot water?
Very amusing, I'm
You're
sure.
mixing your metaphors.
We'll see how your cavalier attitude serves you with the prince. Now, what is it that you want?
I wanted to talk to you about your bloodline manuscript.
How did you know about that?
I followed you last night and dug it up.
You... what? This is outrageous.
I hope you can appreciate my motivation. I was in the room when Prince James's son was taken. There's very little I wouldn't do to find him.
I can't fathom why an outsider like you was hired in the first place. It's absurd. But now that you've seen my manuscript, I hope you finally comprehend that I am not the kidnapper.
It's not incriminating in that regard, no.
Where is the manuscript? You didn't remove it, did you?
I didn't think it was good for it, being out in that damp ground and all.
You must return it at once.
Yeah, I will. But it's at the hotel at the moment, though.
Mr. Knight, I suggest you bring it back here immediately. Because if anything happens to that manuscript, Prince James will be very displeased.
I will. No problem.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Prince James implied that the kidnapping was political. Would the manuscript have anything to do with it?
It could. There are those who take exception to the idea of Prince James being on the throne.
The throne? What throne?
Never mind.
Thought Prince was just a
Do
name.
you know Montreux, the owner of the local vineyard?
I know of him, of course. It's a small area.
Is he one of yours by any chance?
A Freemason? No. At least he's not Scottish Rite.
Here's what I don't get. Why are you working on the manuscript here? Obviously, you don't need the Templar vibes.
There's usually one of us in the area, just to keep an eye out.
For what? Treasure hunters?
For anything.
But why you?
There is a certain opposition to the manuscript. The work on it was to be done discreetly.
And you figured they'd never suspect you'd work on it here.
Something like that. Of course, you've quite destroyed my anonymity.
The manuscript promotes Prince James as king of what? Scotland?
No, it doesn't promote him as anything, per se. It simply lays out the genealogies. He's clearly the best candidate.
Best candidate for what? Are you talking about Scottish independence?
No. In our modern world, Scotland is a very small principality indeed.
England?
The Stuarts have vowed they'd never accept the English throne.
Well, what then?
It's not for me to say.
He's not looking too happy today. Well, I could keep asking him stuff, but I have the feeling he wouldn't tell me anything.
I don't see any more little icons.
Knight. Gabriel Knight.
Can I go
I have
through
to
your
go.
stuff?
As you wish.
As you wish. Where else? Ah, the ladies. This is their spot. All the way around. I think this is their spot. And that was their moped. Everyone's got treasure fever.
It looks like an empty plastic water bottle to me. It's gotta be Estelle's. Lady Howard's lips have probably never touched plastic in her life.
I'm gonna get your prince while you dig. Don't worry about me.
Estelle may not be the brightest bulb on the planet, but she's not blind. Morning, ladies.
Oh, it's you. What are you doing here?
Oh,
Fine
just passing by.
bodies.
I see you've narrowed down your theory.
Really? Some people haven't the slightest consideration. It's all right, Lily. Bother. It is not. Do you mind, Mr. Knight? Estelle and I are on a private enterprise and we don't need any help or supervision from you.
I wasn't offering any.
Very well. Then be gone. Go on. Pish posh.
I feel like most of the game, most of Estelle's lines are, "It's all right, Lily. It's all right, Lily." All right, can we just get you a bit more fatigued? It's all right, Lily. All right. Back on the road. Where have we not been? Haven't been to the tomb in a very long time. Someone else has been at the tomb. Who's this?
No prince.
No prince. Did we write this one down? Let's check
I
it
already have the license plate number and I don't need the time.
out. Okay. Let's just admire it again. We'll
That's
walk
my
through it.
Harley. What I went through to get that back.
That's my Harley. Alright, where is... Oops. Who is here? What? Whose bike is that? Don't understand. Wait, oh, Emilio.
Hi, Emilio.
Hello, Mr. Knight.
So, what you doing up here?
Just looking for a quiet spot to meditate.
Funny. Most people prefer Tour Magdala or Blanchefort to, meditate.
Do they? This location, too, has its benefits, you know.
Man, he's the shadiest guy in this game.
I was just on the bike. I'm not tired.
Alright, he was doing that.
He's looking for some peace and quiet. He's looking for...
Alright. Super shady. Head back in, there's Vampire Chicken. Have you seen Wilkes? I'm sorry, the man's dead.
If I tell Jean about Wilkes, he'll call the police, and I really don't need a bunch of cops crawling around the alley. If we haven't resolved this by tomorrow, I'll call them myself.
There you go. Stand-up thing to do. Oh, is anyone getting a bite? It's always a central hub there, the dining room. Should have asked Emilio, how come you ain't got no prince? Are all y'all vampires like that? Oh, she's still... Oh, that's weird. That's the first time we've had issues with the... any of that.
Should I see if I'm...
Huh?
Bonjour.
Hey,
Whoa.
she's just hanging out, isn't she?
most efficient way to get to your room. What's she doing in Mosley's room? Yeah, whatever. Found another body.
Guess what I found today?
What?
Wilkes' corpse.
What?
I found him at L'Homme Mort. Looks like they took him right out of his room last night.
Oh my god.
Creepy, isn't it? They were in the hotel. Weird, 'cause I was dreaming about them. That's why
Well, how was Wilkes killed?
just like Prince James's men. Throat cut, blood drained into a pool.
God. What am I, cursed or something? I spent the entire day in the car with Mallory and McDougal, and then last night I had dinner with Wilkes, and...
What was his big theory anyway?
He had a seismic survey done. They show hollow areas, and he had uncovered a big one. It makes sense, actually, because I've been working on this riddle called Le Serpent Rouge.
Sure, you keep working on that. I've got some ideas of my own to follow up.
Fine.
Just gotta brush right past that. I want to hear more
Did
about
you
it.
check out the Bloodline manuscript?
Yeah, pretty interesting. Where do you want me to start?
Here we go.
What's the manuscript say about the Bloodline?
The bloodline thing is major. The descendants of Jesus are called Desposini. Their symbol is the unicorn.
Unicorn?
Supposedly, the horn represents the male phallic symbol, and the unicorn itself represents the fertile Jesus.
Well, no wonder the Catholic Church had a conniption. But is there any way this bloodline thing could be legit?
Well, there's no reason why Jesus shouldn't have married and had children, unless you believe any kind of sex is a sin. Personally, I don't. And you certainly don't.
That's just the line I feed Catholic girls, but go on.
And it's the kind of thing the early church might have suppressed, if for no other reason than to make sure the bishops of the church had all the power and not the descendants.
That explains how it might be possible, but it's hardly proof.
True, but if it's all a myth, it's a very old myth. The royal arms of Scotland show a Davidic lion of Judah, Desposinic unicorn, and the Jewish fleur-de-lis. So they've believed they were Desposini from the Middle Ages at least.
What's the manuscript say about the Freemasons?
The manuscript came right out and said that the original split between the Templars and the Priory of Sion was over the bloodline. The Priory wanted to support certain French families of Merovingian descent, while the Templars supported the emerging Stuart dynasty. I think it's pretty clear that the Freemasons and the Priory are still fighting over the same issue.
Does Sinclair mention the Holy Grail in the manuscript?
The Grail represents the bloodline and a kind of noblesse oblige duty to serve mankind. But also, remember what you heard on the train? You heard the kidnapper say Sangreal.
Yeah?
The manuscript says the words Holy Grail were actually a mistranslation. The original phrase wasn't Sangreal or Holy Grail, but Sang-Real.
Sang-Real? What's that mean?
Blood royal, or royal blood. The Holy Grail is the bloodline, Gabriel. That's what's so creepy.
Wow. I wonder if that's what they were saying on the train. Royal blood.
That's what I've been wondering.
Kinda brings the whole vampire theory back onto the playing field, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I'm still not sure I see the connection between Sinclair and Prince James's men.
The manuscript did mention Prince James. It traced the various branches of the bloodline all the way down to the present day. It was obviously making the point that the Stuarts have the largest, purest amount of the blood, and Prince James is mentioned as the current Stuart heir.
Did you get the impression that the manuscript was trying to set Prince James up for something?
It certainly went to great lengths about his pedigree. I guess the royal families find that terribly irrelevant.
What about rulership? Did it mention anything about a throne?
Yeah, actually. It talked about the European Union a lot. How Any system of government ideally has both a parliament and a monarchy. You don't think they're trying to... No.
Position the House of Stewart as monarchs over the EU. Yeah, I think that's exactly what they're trying to do.
Oh, God. No wonder Sinclair is hiding out here.
And how about those unicorn penises?
Is there anything more in there about the unicorn imagery?
A bit. You know all those medieval tapestries that show a unicorn in a garden or a unicorn being hunted?
Yeah.
Supposedly, they all represent the Desposini being suppressed by the church.
Oh. That doesn't sound like a moped.
Who's got another bike?
Damn! It's Prince James. Where's the manuscript? I've got to get it back to Larry before he runs to his boss and complains.
It was right here. I left it on the table when I went to take my shower.
Ooh, don't tell me that, Grace. Grace?
Somebody must have taken it.
Shit. Okay, let me think. It's about time I pinned down our old squirmy from the NOPD. I'll get him out of town for a bit.
What about Prince James?
Tell him I'm working on the case. I can't see him till I've got that manuscript, and he'll have my head on a platter.
You really think Mosley...
Yeah, the bum. But do me a favor and look around here, just in case I'm wrong.
Leave me the bike, will you? You can ride with Mosley.
What?
On that thing?
Come on, how can I keep an eye on the others if you leave me stranded? Please?
I don't believe this.
Thanks.
Nice.
God.
His precious. Alright, day 3, noon to 3. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and comment on this video, and click subscribe if you haven't already, as this seriously helps me to keep making great content for you.